Hello there, my name is Rui Salgado and I'm a landscape architect and I'm owner of FIU Jardins Suspensos. And today I'm going to show you how to make a kokedama. First of all, I want to thank you to the Environmental Online Fest for inviting us. And first of all, I want to say terrible sorry for my terrible English, but I try to make myself clear the most part of the times. First, I will start to introduce the materials that we're going to use in this workshop. So we're going to need some strings, we're going to need the plant, obviously, we're going to need a ball of soil and another ball with the moss and some water to mix with the soil. So, first of all, I will tell you that I'm going to divide this workshop in 3 steps. So the first step, we're going to make a ball of soil, and the next one, we're going to put the moss in the ball of soil, and then you're going to put the string around the ball to get suspended. You have to get your ball with soil, you have to put some water in your soil to create the consistency. And the consistency has to be perfect to create some structures for the soil. So you have to mix very well the water and the soil to create the perfect consistency. So after you mix your water with your soil, you have to create a consistency more or less like a meatball. I think everyone already do some meatballs, so the consistency of your soil have to do something like this. You see, it have to be this consistency. Like when you do some sandcastles, you have to do something like this. Because this is very important to create the perfect consistency to make your kokedama. So after you mix very well the soil, like this, you have to, now to get your plant. Now, just for information, this is called a ficus, and it's a very resistant plant, and it's perfect to make this workshop and to make this moss pot. So first of all, you have to take the base of your plant, and then very slowly you have to put some layers of soil in your plant, something like this. You have to put some layers of the soil, not very large, but not very small too. And then you have to repeat this process along the roots of your plant. Something like this. Now that you have your soil and your ball of soil, you have to put some string to put all together to don't fall apart. So you take this string, this is in polyester, and this is very easy to use. So you have to put something like this, and then around all the ball you have to put the string, right, to put all the soil keep together, don't fall apart. Just some of them, not too many. The final result will be something like this. And this has to be this consistency, and it has to be something like this. If you want a bigger ball, you have to put more soil. If you want a small ball, you have to put less soil. It always depends with the plant that you use. For this plant, for ficus, this quantity of soil is perfect. It's more than good. So this is the first step of the workshop, and then we're gonna pass to the second step. And the second step consists to put the moss around the soil. This is our moss, is in this bowl. Well, and this moss, this has to be very moist, because if they are very dry, it will be more difficult to put around the bowl. So, like the first, like you do in the first step when you put the soil, now you're gonna have to put the moss in the small layers, something like this, correct? And then you have to put it all around the ball to all the ball be covered by the moss. Put small layers and you put the strings to not fall apart like happens with the soil. So you have to do something like this, and all the ball has to be covered by the moss. So you're gonna put together some small layers of moss. It's really important that all the ball have to be covered by the moss, because it's very important for the future of the plant. Because when you're gonna dry the plant or you're gonna put some water in your kokedama, this moss will be very useful and very helpful to dry so many times. So very slowly you have to put all the moss like this. Don't forget the bottom of your kokedama, because it's very important too. And slowly you're gonna put all together, not fall apart. Something like this. See, this is very easy to do. You just have to be very calm and relaxed, and you have to put all the ball covered with moss. And the final result has to be something like this. So the final result has to be something like this. You know, all your ball have to be covered by the moss. Correct? So this is the final step of our second part. So right now we're gonna put the string, the final string, and this final string provides us to suspend our kokedama wherever you want in your house. Now, to use the final string, we're gonna use a special string, for example, and this is used in the shoes industry. It's a very strong and resistant string, because our kokedamas, they can put together inside the house or can put outside the house. So you have to be very strong and very resistant. When you put your string in your moss ball, well, you can put it in a different very ways. But basically and fundamental, you have to put all the strings all around the ball. Something like this. And in the same way, you put the string for the soil, for the moss. You have to put the string right now, like this. And you don't need to put too much string, just enough to suspend the ball. Well, so I use this technique, but there are a lot of techniques that you can use to suspend your ball, and different materials that you can use too. But for this type of kokedamas that we do, this is what we are advised to use. You put the enough amount of string in your moss ball, and I think it's more or less enough. And you have to be something like this. I think it's enough. Okay. Something like this. When you see you use the enough string in your moss ball, you take your scissors and you cut them. Like this. Like this. And now you have to give some nuts to your moss ball to get suspended. So now, to keep the nuts to your string, we use this type of needle, and better to try to explain you in words, I think it's best is to try to see how do we do. So I do something like this, you know. I put over the string I catch them right over here, I push them, and I do something like this. This is the nuts that we use in our kokedamas, and these kind of nuts are very strong and provide us the security to the moss don't fall down and keep it suspended. This is the kind of strings that we do. So this is the first nut that you will put in your kokedama moss, and then you have to put another nut in the exact position but on the other side, in here. So you have to put the other string and you do exactly the same nut. You put under other strings, under like this, you catch them, and then you pull like this. We give 2 nuts just to give us the security that the ball don't fall down later. Like this. And then, when you have all the 2 nuts already given, you see that they will stay balanced. Something like this. And we are almost done our kokedama. So after you give your nuts, each one in different parts, the plant has to be suspended something like this, to keep balanced and to keep perfect suspended. So after that, we give another nut right here, something like this, and the plant gets something like this. So this is almost the final stage of our kokedama, and right now at the end you have to put the final piece on your kokedama. The final step of our kokedama is to put a swivel in this final string. This swivel is very useful and very used in the fishermen. They use this to get some fish, and it's very important to using this because provide us to hanging our kokedama. So to put this, you have to do something like this. So we have our string here. So the best way that we do this is to pass the string through the hole like this, and then you give a simple nut, something like this, and you very strong, and then you give another one just for the secure, like this. Then you take your scissors, that'll be right here, you cut the waist, something like that, and then you have your kokedama. So this is the way how we do our kokedamas. This is a very simple way. We're not getting too much details because we're not necessary. And basically this is the most simple and easy way that we can show you to do the kokedama. For us this is very therapeutic because we like to work with plants and we like to work with the soil and with the water, and it doesn't really matter that your kokedama is getting perfect or not. At all, the most important and that you have passed a good time with yourself and you accompany your friends or family, and it doesn't really matter that your kokedama is getting perfect and get very perfect. That's really the most important of this. The most important is that you pass a good time and you get happy and you transmit that happiness to the others. So I hope you like it, hope you enjoy it, our technique, and I hope to see you soon in waterball. So thank you once again, and bye bye!